very important and shocking breaking news coming in. This is with regards to the Olympics. India faces an Olympic ban if governance dispute not resolved. The Indian Olympic Association risks being banned from the Olympic Games by December if it does not resolve a number of governance and election disputes. The International Olympic Committee, the IOC, said on Thursday. The IOC Executive Board also decided to postpone its session in Mumbai in May 2023 to September or October. Going across to my colleague Rishi Sinha for more details. Rishi, the IOA elections were due last December, but they've been held up by a court case seeking to change its constitution in line with rules stipulated by the National Sports Code. And the IOC has said that the issues should be resolved by the time of its session in December. How grave is this warning that has been sent to India currently?
See, it's a big warning, and in a way, it's a repeat of what we just saw with the AIFF as well. Since the AIFF posed and there was a change of constitution, and the FIFA did not recognize the COA that was there. So basically, the problem with the issue actually with all these from an IOA to an AIFF is that they do not like outer interference of courts, or maybe they want a proper working president and a proper working governing body. So here what this IOC is saying is that they resolve all the constitutional issues and hold the elections. Till then, they are saying that consider any interim president, and the secretary will be considered as the president, who is Rajiv Mehta. So what they want is to resolve all the issues, to have the elections, and COA should not govern the IOA. The problem is COA is basically a body that was formed by the Supreme Court or by the courts, and any court or anything like that is something that the constitution of IOC does not allow. So this is what IOC exactly wants. Having said that, how much of a problem it will be? Yes, it's a big threat. Having said that, these kind of issues generally get resolved on time. Like, for example, there are no Olympics, at least for the next 2 years. Not for the next 2 years, so there are no immediate implications. But as we saw in the case of FIFA, and FIFA, there were the Under-17 Women's World Cup is going to be held another 2 months from now, but the ban was lifted. So these things generally we know, like the administrators and everyone know how to get these kind of bans lifted. But yes, it's a strong warning from the get the house in order, and in case the IOA still remains defiant or in sports and still decide not to go ahead with what IOC wants, there might be a trouble in the days.
While our athletes try to better our medal tally with every Olympics, these controversies really mar the confidence. The IOA was previously banned at the end of 2012 as well, after the election saw a corruption-tainted official voted in as Secretary General. But Rishi, as you're pointing out, there is no immediate threat. The next Olympics are 2 years away. But how soon can we expect a resolution? Because a ban could mean that the country name would be banned, a ban of our flag, and that would be a huge disgrace, even to receive the ban before it's lifted.
Absolutely. Without a doubt. It's a big shocker. A country of 1 billion, if they cannot keep their sports administration in order, it reflects very, very poorly on how the sports are administered in the country. As far as the timeline that you are talking about, what happens from now on is that I believe that IOA will take a stock of it, will write a letter to IOC, the elections will be held maybe in another 3 to 4 months. They will basically speed up the process. The process will quickly call for polls, and the process will become much faster. Till now, they were not very, I won't say serious about it, but they were taking their own time to happen. But now with IOC coming down heavily on them, because you have to understand, once IOC stops your recognition, or once they ban you, then there are a lot of implications also. It's not just the Olympics, there are other games also. There are Asian Games coming next year. It might have an implication there also. A lot of records that you make at different athletics meet or different sports meets, might not go down in the books with an Indian name. They can still compete under the Olympics flag and everything, but still they will not go down with Indian with the name of India, which is something that I'm sure the sports administrator and every fan in the country would not want. So I believe the timeline in the case of FIFA and AIFF, this whole issue was resolved within a span of less than a month. So what we should